Okay, how's everybody doing today? I finally got the intake on, and it looks really nice. Nice and free flow. Nice big filter. The problem this intake kit had is the coolant tank and the intake box are connected together. So I have to get in there. I'll have to get in there with a saw and saw this intake part off in order to get this air cleaner to sit a little bit more far down. Because from the factory, it breathes out of that tiny hole right there. And now it breathes out of the entire air filter, so I need to cut the box here where it meets with the cooling tank because it has two different mounting bolts. So I have to cut right here so then I can separate the bottom part of the air box from the cooling tank. Once that's done, I'll be able to install the rest of the shielding on the air intake kit. That's one thing the directions didn't mention. But as you can hear, sounds really good. I'll let you hear the intake. Hear all that extra flow, and I'm sure you already heard, if you were listening, I did the exhaust too. So at idle, it has a nice throaty sound. It's great. Listen to this. Now that's how a V8 should sound at idle. Nice. Low rumble. Now I'll let you hear it when it revs. Now that's a big improvement. Now we'll look under the vehicle and see the difference from before. Where you go under the vehicle, and you can see where the improvements are made. There's the downpipe. Then we went with some 3-inch exhaust tubing. And there's the nice free flow Jones 2-chamber muffler right there. Then added a little bit more 3-inch tubing to join the 3 inches of tubing. So very nice right there. Because the factory went from this to 2 1/4, and the beginning of the factory muffler was 2 1/4. And then it goes to 2.5 inches and 3 inches to the pipe. So the improvements I made with this muffler are we went from the flange 3 inches diameter pipe to the 3-inch inlet of the Jones 2-chamber muffler, and then exit the muffler 3 inches of pipe to join the other 3-inch tubing of the stock exhaust system. So pretty much all that's on this exhaust is the 2 factory catalytic converters and this nice free flow muffler, and goes to the rest of the exhaust and comes out to a nice 5-inch exhaust tip. So it looks as good as it sounds. Now, I showed on the other video the factory muffler was about 30 pounds of heavy boat anchor, and this muffler here is probably as light as maybe a basketball, you know, a little heavier than a football, about the weight of a basketball. So I gave this vehicle more free flow for economy, low end torque, and power. And I also gave it a weight reduction too. 30 pounds is 30 pounds. That's the way I look at it. And the intake took off another 10 pounds. Because that was really heavy too. The factory intake, it had so much stuff on it. So overall, a very good intake and exhaust modification that you can do with any Ford Expedition. Hell, any vehicle really, but it's very successful with the 5.4 V8 Ford Expedition. This one's a 2008, but it'll work on all the other ones too. All right. Overall, I'm really happy on the intake and exhaust on this Ford Expedition. Engine is really smooth, idling nice and low. Outstanding. I'm very happy. Now we'll go in the interior. Let's see if the camera will show these gauges. See, there's my idle. You can see if the gauges show up here. Idle is just like at the high 500s, early 600 RPM. And you see all the temperatures look good. See the gauges? About just over 500 RPM, not bad. And I hope you enjoyed this video to give you some ideas on what you can do with your Ford Expedition, or any vehicle for that matter. Allow the exhaust to flow better for fuel economy, low end torque, and a little bit of horsepower. Why not? Plus a little weight reduction too. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and mad boosting.